Trooper Stephen Paulus is on the State Police Explosives team.
Good boy.
And yet he'll tell you nothing in all of his training prepared him for what happened on a routine commute across the Causeway.
I knew walking up there that, this was probably going to hurt. You have to be prepared for that.
It was a crash that happened in February of 2016, but Paulus is just now talking about it.
There was no other option that day. There was not going to be any outcome. They were coming out of that truck, one way or another.
This is what was left of the truck. It had stalled on the causeway and was rear-ended at a high rate of speed, catching on fire with two dazed and injured women in the front seat.
It was on fire.
Shane Ward saw it from his car and stopped behind the trooper.
It was literally a wall of smoke in the right-hand lane.
Ward says Trooper Paulus walked right up to the fiery truck, never stopping to put on his protective gear. There wasn't time.
And I knocked on the window and said, "Hey, truck's on fire, we gotta go."
With flames an arm's length away, he tried to open the door, but it was jammed. He tried again and again, and then the driver tried from the inside. No luck.
I will say I will never forget the look that the driver gave me after I tried to open the door several times and she tried to open the door. So, tough.
That's when you knew you had to do something.
Absolutely.
What happened next would be the stuff of legend if a witness hadn't seen it for himself. Trooper Paulus pulled the door off the hinges.
I was able to grab the top and the side of the door frame and pry the door loose. And I went ahead and just bent it all the way back.
Did you know you had that kind of strength?
No, ma'am.
He was grabbing the door, ripping it off, and then going back in.
Ward was there as the driver was pulled out.
He's yelling to me, "Take her far away on the other side of the lane." I look over my shoulder, he's going again into the smoke.
The passenger was dazed and hadn't moved, so Trooper Paulus went back into the truck yet again as the flames grew even closer and the smoke thicker.
She just sat and kind of looked at me, so I went in, I guess that would be the third time, and grabbed her, and that's when we got her out.
Within maybe another 2 minutes, the whole vehicle was engulfed in flames. I mean, it was nothing short of being the most heroic thing that I've seen in a number of years since being in the military.
For that, Trooper Paulus just earned the Carnegie Award for heroism. Only 19 other Americans received it, 3 of them posthumously, having died during their rescues.
To be considered for something that prestigious, it's very humbling.
Both of the women who were rescued survived and recovered. Now, we did track down the driver, but her attorney didn't want her to be interviewed, given an ongoing lawsuit related to the crash. Still, he did assure us that she is immeasurably grateful to Trooper Paulus.
And as for the trooper, he insists he was only doing his job that day. Still, it made such a strong impact, he relives it every day. At precisely the same point, a mile marker that became a milestone in his life and those of the women he saved.
I think about him every day when I cross that causeway, I can promise you that.
Karen Swenson, Eyewitness News.